Alright, hi class.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so to start off our lesson, well, first of all, what are our objectives? So today, we're going to learn how to tell time using on an analog clock, which is the ones with the hands. It's not the digital where it shows you time. So with that, we're going to learn what the big hand and the little hand does, and what they mean, and also what the numbers represent. And so to start off, we're going to play a quick little game. So what I want you guys to do, I'm going to have you guys close your eyes, and then I want you guys to raise your hand and keep your eyes closed when you think it's been a minute, when it's been 60 seconds. Okay, and I'll time you, and I'll say, just raise your hand when you think it's been 60 seconds.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready? Okay, go. Okay, time. All right, you guys can open your eyes. Okay, so you get, how long did that minute feel? Most of you raised your hand a little bit before it was a minute. Did it feel long? It was very funny. And then her hand, she was still speaking. I don't know, she fell asleep. I was like, okay, time. But, okay, but anyone, how long did it feel long? Did it feel long? Or did it feel short? Yeah, okay. So, as you can see, that is what our lesson will be on today is, understanding time or learning how to tell time. And also, I think we'll wrap up about the importance of it. So again, going over our objectives is to learn how to tell time, what the hands mean, and what the numbers represent. Okay. And so, alright. So, we're going to go over the clock and what that means, just briefly. So if you want to keep getting. Okay, there you go one. So we'll start with the little hand. So this hand, it points to the hours on the clock. And so, and all of these numbers, the big numbers here represent the hours. That because there's 12, there's 24 hours, but it's in segments of 12 hours. So 1 to 12 and then 12 again. So this goes around and around. And then again. And then the longer hand, or the minute hand, it points to the minutes. And the skinnier one, it points to the seconds. So, and in each minute there's 60 seconds, which we tried out in the beginning. And so, and each of these little ticks right here, each of these little ticks are seconds. And so it goes throughout the whole clock, counts 60 seconds until it gets to the 12 and then starts over again. And so, any questions about that? No, pretty simple. I don't want this lesson to be confusing because it's not confusing. It's very simple.
Out of curiosity, just to take the question, we have our phones, we have digital clocks. I imagine you might address that a little later. But why would I, or like when I have children, teach them how to read an analog clock?
Yeah. I don't know. For me, because usually when we're in buildings, we usually see clocks like this. Usually in every classroom we have clocks that are analog. And yeah, we have our phones, but sometimes in some situations we won't have those phones. And then, I know I had a bad habit of that. Like I relied a lot on the digital, and then I didn't know how to tell time on that clock. And then I would ask, what time is it? And they're like, look at the clock. And I'm like, I can't tell time. And so I made myself learn. And obviously in school you're taught that as well. And so I think it's just a helpful, skill to have, just when you're in a situation where you can't find something that shows it to you right then and there.
What I like is you can actually see the seconds move. So, okay, I'm going to give you 20 seconds, and you can actually see as it goes. A digital clock, unless you have a stopwatch app or something, you can't see it. So something that's always there. It's very, very visible everywhere. You can see it.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, so just to give an example, I'm going to go through a story problem. And so a story problem is a problem put into a storyline to kind of help us to make it more relatable, because it's everyday sometimes situations that we go through. And so this problem says Lucy needs to be at school the next day at 8 a.m. but usually wakes up an hour early to get ready. So she needs to set her clock at 7. Which one is correct? So I'm going to go through these clocks here and work out which one is the right clock that she needs to set it to. And so with this clock here, where does it look like the little hand is pointing to? 1, 2, 3, right?
3.
Okay. And so that means it's 3 o'clock. So that means it's 3 o'clock. But then, so that obviously is already wrong, but we'll still work through it. And so, also what I forgot to mention was each number here represents 5. And so each of the ticks that are in between, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and so on, where it goes up to 55, 60, and 50. What? 60. Okay. Oh, I'm tired. And so right here it's showing us that it's 3:10. So yeah, so it's showing us that it's 3:10. So that's obviously wrong. You want to hit the enter button? So that's wrong. Okay, so our next clock. So what's kind of, oh no, wait, go back. So what's kind of different about this one?
Well, it looks like it only has one hand.
Right? So that means both the little hand and the big hand are both pointing to 12.
True.
So they're behind each other, like this, or this. So that means that the hour is also pointing to the 12, so it means it's 12 o'clock, and the minute is pointing to the 12, which means it's back at 0. It's back at the beginning of the hour. So that means it's 12 o'clock. So that's not right, because they should be really late to school. So you press enter. So it's wrong. And our last clock here, the little hand is pointing towards the 7, which is great. That means we're on the right clock so far. And then what we learned from this one, the minute hand was pointing towards the 12, which was at the top of the hour, which means it's at 0. So that means it's 7 o'clock, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the right clock.
That's the right clock. Press enter. Yes.
Oh.
All right. Okay, now this one I have to come over here. So, now to work with it together, we're going to play a game. Hopefully it works. It's not going to come up.
You have to duplicate the screen only.
How do you do that?
It's like FN and then.
I, for one, think this is a fabulous lesson. There's so many people who just don't know how to tell time. Oh,
Yes! Okay. So we're gonna play a game. And so how we're gonna play this game, so I'm gonna hide the digital clock so we can't see the time. And so I'm going to point to, I'm gonna make the clock a certain time, and then the first person to give me the time gets a prize, which was supposed to be fruit snacks, but I forgot that. So you're going to get a high five.
Awesome.
look.
Okay?
I thought.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. So hold on, let me just.
It doesn't actually help with the recording.
Who's the first one to tell you the time?
Huh?
The first one to tell you what time it is when it gets
6:30.
Oh, 6:30, yeah. You got it right. High five!
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Reinforcement.
Okay, ready? Here's another one. Quarter to
12:45. Which is quarter to 1.
Yeah, so she got it.
Wait, supposed to put at 1:45? Okay, here. See, I'm still learning how to tell time, guys. Okay, what time is it?
1:45.
Okay, tell me who said it first. Run, 2, 3, go.
1:45.
Oh. Okay. All right. Here's our next time. Wait. Go down. There it goes.
4:15.
Yes. Good job. All right. Here comes our next one.
Eleven 4.
11:20.
Oh, she got it. Just share high fives. Okay. All right. Here comes our next one.
$2.50.
Yes. Good job again. Chino, come on, you have to guess the time here, man.
Let's do this.
Okay, ready? Dun, dun.
10 for 5.
Yes! Good job. All right, you guys did great. Thanks for your participation. That was our game. Okay, now how do I put this back?
F5.
Oh, F5.
Well, F5 gets you back into the PowerPoint. You can scroll over really fast. Or you could use.
Is it FN?
Yeah, so hit FN,
Like the.
and it's like F8, I think, on top.
Oh, okay.
So you know the numbers, and then big cans and then
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. All right. So now for your practice, I'm gonna have you guys practice. You guys feel a little bit more confident about telling time?
Yes.
Okay.
undoubtedly.
All right. So I'm gonna pass out a little worksheet, and you guys are. So I'm gonna show you first. I'll pass it out, and then I'll explain it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Okay, so we have this worksheet. And so we see all these digital clocks, right? And so each digital clock has a time on there. And so, and there's an analog clock above it, and it's empty. And so what I'm asking you guys to do is to draw what time it is on the analog clock, or on the digital clock on the analog clock. So draw the little hand and the big hand, and if you need help, let me know. I'd be happy to help you, because I want you to succeed to tell time. Okay, and then just let me know if you guys are done. Just raise your hand when you're done. So I'll let you know you're done. When you're done. Okay, raise your hand.
Teacher,
Yes.
where did you find this worksheet? Is there something, because I have a little sister, and she sometimes has issues telling time, very bad at it. Is there a place where I could get more practice for her?
I found it on a teacher's website, and then they had other worksheets with different subjects as well. And so I found that one, and that was pretty good. And so I used that one. I can get you the website though.
That'd be very
How old is
helpful.
your sister?
She, well, in actuality, she's 16.
But we see.
But she kind of acts like tea sometimes. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but she's always late. She's always late.
So she probably needs to be refreshed on how to tell time.
But she could be punctual.
Oh, she's done. Yay!
Oh, you guys were.
We wait for everyone.
Oh, all right. Okay. So maybe. So does anyone have any questions about the worksheet? No, it's pretty
No.
simple, right? All right. You guys have any problems drawing the time? No. Awesome. Okay. Well, you guys can keep those for put it on your wall or something, and I'm pretty sure you guys got all A's.
It's going on my fridge.
Yes. Put it on your fridge.
Very next to my clock.
And you can keep it for future reference. I also have a couple more copies if you want to practice at home. Just let me know. So this is just to review. Okay? So this is basically what we have planned for today. So we're going to go over what we learned. So what does the big hand do? The long one.
Second.
What's
The other one. The minute hand, right? So that's what it's called. But I just like to say it. Right, points to the minutes. Good job. What does the little hand do? Or the little. Come on, there has to be another participant in the classroom.
It doesn't point. It points to the hour. Doesn't point too much.
Just the hour. Exactly. Points to the hour. Okay. Uh-oh.
There is time to clean this up.
There is time.
Believe me.
We'll have cleaning time at the end. All right. How many minutes does the big numbers represent? So remember how I said that there was little ticks who went da 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 da. Does anyone else want a different answer?
I would think
Yes, maybe.
it's 5.
That's the
Nice.
big number.
What?
I think.
So we have these big numbers.
Yeah.
So what are these? So it goes, counts, the little ticks count to this, and then they end on that same number every time. Or in sequence of, is it 5? Yeah. Good job!
Stop walking then. I'm trying to learn. Look at him, teacher.
Okay, how many seconds are in 1 minute?
60.
60! Good
You
job!
know it. I know you're
Yes! Alright, Gino, how many minutes in 1 hour? 60. Interesting, huh? 60 seconds and 60 minutes. We're like,
There's a pattern.
there's a pattern here. Alright, how many hours in a day? Trick question. We didn't really go over it, but kind of did briefly. What?
24.
24! Good job. Okay, that was our review. Good job, you guys all passed.
Yay.
And so, in closing, I thought it was a fun lesson to teach, and kind of like what Dan asked earlier, like why would we need to, learn this if we have, such simple technology to tell us already. I mean, as our generation continues to, move forward into the future, old, skills are dying away, or, we're not really using them as much because we're making it easier and easier for us to, get through life. But if we, use these simple skills, it can go from making paper cranes to telling time. It'll be helpful. I mean, they're really simple and, it's not necessary, but they're helpful. And you can never be too prepared because you never know, you might be stuck somewhere and all they have is analog clock in the whole place,
You lose service in your phone.
Huh?
You lose service in your phone.
Yeah, or you can lose your phone. So many things, because these are, really things you can just lose everywhere. So we practiced quite a bit on how to tell time, and so I hope you guys can continue to use that skill throughout your life. Because time is really in everything, from the time we wake up till when we go to sleep. Our classes are on a time, like we have a schedule, we have to work at a certain time, or we have to eat at a certain time, like everything is on time. And so it's important to know what time it is and to use our time wisely, which goes with, time is really precious, and so we shouldn't waste it, because every minute that passes is a minute that we don't get back. So, there's just a short clip I wanted to show just to demonstrate, the importance of time and, using your time wisely and also knowing your time. Yeah. You know what I mean. Let me just-
Maybe Daddy can play next week, okay? Maybe Daddy can play next week. People like Daddy's work so much, they're paying for it. People like Daddy's work so much, they're paying for it.
Okay, hold on. How do I put it back on the
FN
FN?
on the bottom, and then so you hold that while you hold. It's one of the, I think it's F8 on the top. It has like a little computer sign.
Oh, okay. Is it showing on it? Oh, FN.
So wait, so it's right here. This one.
Oh, FN.
And then that. Let me hit.
Oh, okay, here we go. How did you turn the light off?
Well, it doesn't really actually matter.
Yeah.
You can't see
Oh, but
The
light.
it's bottom.
Oh, okay. Don't get offended, it's a religious video. Okay.
Okay, now that's got a big presentation. Okay, now that's got a big presentation due Monday.
Maybe Daddy can play next week, okay?
Daddy doesn't work, Daddy doesn't get paid.
People like Daddy's work so much, they're paying for it.
from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
All right.
$1. My child not releasing 10.
Wait.
Okay, well, and thank you for your participation, and that's my